start about studying frog. Now frog belongs to which phylum? You are right, it is Chordata, and within Chordata which class? It is Amphibia. That means it has a capability to live both on land and water. Now the most common Indian frog, Rana, Tigrina. So these were some of the general knowledge information. Coming on to morphology. If we talk about the frog, interior part, as we can see, is really pointed. However, the posterior part is rounded. There is no neck and no tail. So head and trunk. So the main division is head and trunk. The skin is thin, moist. It is slimy, green in color to camouflage itself. There are no scales, no hard exoskeleton which is found on the body of the frog. The skin of the back on the lower side has folds which are also known as dermal plaque. Now coming on to the head. The head is triangular. It is blunt in the front. There are two large protruding eyes. These eyes are protected by the nictitating membranes. That means while they are swimming, the water does not go into the eyes, and it keeps itself moist in the air. The next is the nasal area, which is known as the external layers, and that is for respiration. Now very interesting phenomena is the vocal sac. The vocal sac of the frog actually has a intense croaking sound, and that's specifically during the breeding season. To receive the sound waves, there is a tympanum which is present. The trunk has two important parts, the thorax and the abdomen. Frog shows sexual dimorphism. That means the male and the female counterpart are different. How they are different? Now the major difference is the development of the vocal sac, which intensifies the croaking sound during the breeding period. The other is the presence of the nuptial pad, which is again seen during the breeding season. Also, the males are somewhat thin and slender, we can say, and dark in contrast to female frogs. Coming on to the circulatory system. Now circulatory system, there is a heart. This heart is three-chambered. The most important characteristic of this three-chambered heart is there are two auricles and just one ventricle. So this is the ventricle wall. The lower area is just one ventricle. There are various fissures which are present, and these fissures have irregular ridges which are also known as colium carnike. The auricles are two. There is a right auricle and a left auricle. Right auricle is relatively bigger in size as compared to the left auricle, and also the two auricles are separated from each other through the inter-auricular septum. So inter-auricular septum separates the left and the right auricle. As mentioned, right auricle is bigger. You have the aortic trunk which is present. The circulatory system includes heart, the arterial system. It also includes the venous system, so the pure blood, the impure blood, as well as the lymphatic system. So lymphatic system is also part of the circulatory system. You also need to understand that there are two additional chambers which are known as the sinus venosa and also called as the truncus arteriosa. So truncus arteriosa, here is the wall of the truncus arteriosa, and then you have another section which is known as the sinus venous, which is another two important segments of the circulatory system of the frog. So this was just a quick introduction about the morphology and the circulatory system. We'll be covering other systems and other physiology of frog in a separate lecture. In the below links, you do have practice questions for the same. Don't miss those. Practice well. Thanks for joining.